Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Salvage King. We're here today going to do a video on small batch wine, cider making. You can do mead the same way, whatever you're into. Today I'm going to be blending a blend of juicy juice, berry, and cherry. So it's going to be berry cherry. I guess it's probably technically a wine. There is some apple juice in this one though, and there's a little apple juice in this one, so I guess technically you could call it a cider, maybe a methogen. Not really for sure. Either way, let's get at it. So, first thing I'm going to be doing is pouring my juice into this pitcher. So, if I was to take my hydrometer, which I got laying right there out, and set it into this juice, it would read about 5%. 5% alcohol, 10 proof, which is like a commercially available lager and ale, a little stouter than a lot of them. However, it's not what I'm after here. I'm after a little something more. So what I'm going to do is take the old sugar bear and I'm give it a cup and a half of sugar, because if we paid attention in science class, we remembered that yeast eats sugar and poops alcohol, basically. So if you like alcohol, you like the excrement of yeast, which I find delicious. So kind of a weird way to think about it, but that is nature. That's how it works. So we're going to stir this up, and then I'm going to put a hydrometer in here just to show you what I'm talking about. This should float to be about 10%. So a hydrometer reads specific gravity, and specific gravity is a measurement of the buoyancy of an object compared to the same buoyancy that an object would have in water. So we're at wine, we are at 10%, right on the money. How did I know that? Because I did it last night on a trial batch. Yeah, I'm not that. So the next step, yeast. So your yeast will give you different flavor profiles. I like Red Star. I like Pasteur Blanc. It is a dry wine yeast. There are several of them. You can use wild yeast. A lot of times when fruit falls off a vine, back in the old days, it's starting to rot and ripen and whatnot, they would throw that in there and that would get the batch started. So wild yeast is pretty much, I could just leave this in this container right here and walk away and come back. Sometimes you get some really good stuff off of wild yeast, sometimes you don't. So in the wine making world, or beer or cider, whatever, you know, we typically add our own yeast, pass down strains. Sour mash whiskey is the practice of taking some of the last mash and putting it into the new batch, hence the term sour mash. That helps to pass along the flavor profile. So the yeast will rehydrate. As it pours in. Kind of gotta get it started there and try not to make too big of a mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to split this gallon between these 2 3-liter jars, leave some headroom for the bubbling and whatnot that can tend to happen on these fermentations. So we're going to hold it about there. Bring this one over. These are just old wine bottles, Morgan, David, Carlos, Rossi, Sangria. Even if you don't like the wine, the bottle will cost you $13 off Amazon. So you might as well buy the wine and just drink it, even if you don't particularly care for it, just for the bottles if you plan on getting into fermenting, because you really can't buy the bottle for what you can buy the bottle filled with wine for. So, just a little free advice as we wind down our pour here. Try to get them pretty evenly split. I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm trying to concentrate, not make a mess. Got the wife right there watching me. Okay, so we're in the yeast part. We want to try to split this yeast up. It kind of congregates at the bottom, don't matter how much you stir it. But that one pack was enough to do 5 gallons. We're only doing 1 gallon here. So, more than enough. In the business, this is what we call profit. So we're going to add a little water. Add a little water to it. Also probably take it from 10% to probably 8%. Make it a little more drinkable, and that's part of the reason why I proof it up to start with, because I know I'm going to proof it down right here, but it's still going to be a lot stouter than your average beer, and I'm going to put it in flip top bottles and carbonate it with carburation tablets. That'll be a different video. This is going to take between 10 and 14 days. Stretch your balloon out a little bit and pop your balloon. Ah man, ripped it. It may not be over though. Alright. Salvaged it. That's why they call me the Salvage King.
Salvage King.
Use even a broken balloon. Make it work. Alright. So, this is it, guys. At this time, you walk away. Watch these balloons inflate. Every once in a while, you might have to lift them up and kind of take the gas out of them. But like I said, 10 to 14 days, this process will be done. We'll be then either racking them, depending on, although I don't expect this to be very cloudy. This is probably going to be pretty clear in the glass. But if it was like racked on ferment, we would do what they call racking. If there's a lot of sediment in it, which basically means we would pour the top of the liquid off, leave the sediment in the bottom as best as we could, and we would bottle that. But I don't believe that's going to be a problem with this blend. We'll see. Either way, when we get to the bottling section, I'll bring you back in. I'm actually doing 3 batches. I did a batch last night. It was a strawberry, apple, kiwi. I got another batch I'm fixing to do here. It's what is it? It is kiwi, strawberry, mango. So that's going to be another one. Yeah, that'll finish it out. So when you're buying this juice, you want to look on the ingredients. It's just kind of a hindsight note. And it could be from concentrate. Absorbic acid is fine. Citric acid is basically vitamin D. That's fine. You don't want to get anything that has any type of preservative in it that could interfere with fermentation. If you don't know what those are, you should probably Google them, because I don't remember off the top of my head, and I'm too lazy to post links. Let's just be honest. But this is your basic small batch cider. You can do mead, 3 pounds of honey, warmed up, poured into a pitcher of water, split between a gallon. Will produce a decent mead. You can flavor that several different ways. So, yeah, this is as American as apple pie, guys. Johnny Appleseed, he wasn't planting apples for the pie. He was planting them for the cider. And with that, I'll remind you, please like and subscribe if you enjoy our channel and our content. Give us a share, like, a thumbs up, and We'll leave you alone for tonight, Internet. Hope you have a great one. Savage King out.